Okay, so this is my group build. I finished it on time. This is the Han Solo AMT Star Wars. I believe it was released in 95. 95. And, I mean, it looks nothing like them. Anyway. So, I had, what? They gave us a month to do this. A little dark in here. Try to get the light better. My thoughts. Well, it was a bitch to put together. There were so many fit issues. Lots of milliput around the waist. Because it kind of like his torso here was more narrow than his upper body. And a lot of people complained about the stance that he's in, and they wanted to straighten his arm out, and that was just too much work. So, and I like the stance he's in. Yeah, him pointing the gun, that's okay. Anyway, what I did was, I modified the gun and I added a scope. Drilled out a hole. The base, I didn't use the base that came with the kit. It was garbage. I think I threw it away. No, here it is. It's garbage. I didn't take it out of the pack. It's garbage. The base, it's just, a piece of wood, round wood. And what I did was, I did a bunch of research, and I found an old picture, and I believe it was a test screenshot of Harrison Ford. He had really short hair, and he was wearing this like yellowish, like pale daisy yellow green kind of shirt, and he was standing on like the sand base with a bunch of like parts and stuff just laying behind him. And I just went through my parts bag and found a few things. I really didn't find anything that I liked, so what I did was I dismantled an old printer years ago, and I just took some printer parts and I just doctored them up. Just added a few things to it, and some of this gear thing stayed there, and just used sand and glued down. I think I nailed the leather color pretty good. And that was a mixture of multiple layers. Oh, by the way, this was all hand painted. That was one of the restrictions with this build. All hand painted. I don't like hand painting. It takes multiple layers, thinned paint, so you don't get the brush strokes. I would prefer to use an airbrush and hand paint the smaller parts. Although I did prime it in black with an airbrush. That was allowed. This was, let me see, I did 4 figures. I don't really like doing figures. I'd rather do vehicles and cars. The skin color in that reference picture, he was a little dark, his skin, so it took multiple layers, starting with darker pigments underneath, reds, burnt umbers, oranges, a little bit of blue, and then I slowly built up about 4 or 5 layers, getting lighter and lighter and lighter, so that some of it would show through. And I do apologize, the lighting in here isn't that great. I'm trying to... the light is horrible. This is my workstation, and it's just... the light's not that great on camera. He looks darker in the video. It's not that dark. What else? I'm trying to think. Well, why else I didn't like this kit? It doesn't look like him. Let me get some better light. Hold on. This is horrible. Let's see how that is. That's better. Okay, so like I said, this is like This is like maybe the fourth figure I did. I did a Vader and some other guys, and this doesn't look like him. Look at this. Look at his face. His eyes are crooked, and I painted them because of the mold. I thought about filling it in and repositioning his eyes, but I didn't do it. I made his lips a little darker just to show some contrast against the skin. Like I said, I'm not really a big figure person. It's okay. And I'm going to submit it. I mean, it's okay. You know, I prefer to do other figures. Like I said, I've done, here I'll show you real quick. I've done a Vader, and I like that pose and the lightsaber. That's a custom-made lightsaber I put in the bottom. And then I did this guy here. So that's Yoda dismantling a droid, and that was that kit was resin, 4-part resin, and he painted up real nicely. I mean, you can see the difference, the quality of the mold. And you pay for it, but it's so much better, so much better. And then I did this guy here. That's just something I did for my kid. It's just a skeleton with sabers. And then this guy here, the speeder bike with the custom-made base and the kit that I put together real quick. And then these two guys. I think you know who they are. Vinyl and the R2 is a styrene kit, and the R2 and the CP3O is a vinyl kit. So more figures. So I guess I did more than 4 figures. Headless Horseman and the Predator with the custom-made trophy and custom-made base. Oh, and custom-made spear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I did more than 4. Sorry for the mess. my work room. So I mean, judging from this guy here, he's okay. I'll probably just give it away to someone. I don't think I'm going to display him. Like I said, it only took me, what, 3 weeks or so. So, let me know what you think. I think this is like one of 3 or 4 videos I've ever posted. But, I'm going to submit it. I mean, it is what it is. I've seen better. Right here I'm working on a RoboCop. 1/6 scale. Oh, and by the way, I filled him with plaster. And what I do is, a good tip is, when you film with plaster, because of the moisture content, what I do is I have access to a, dehydrator, or a hydrator, I don't know what you call it. Takes the moisture out of things. It's low temperature, and I leave it in there for a few hours, and this way it allows me to assemble it quicker. Usually you'd have to leave them out for a week or 2 so you don't get mold. And I did that with him too. And I made a custom-made sign. Detroit plays with bullet holes. I'm going to put that behind him on a pole. And I did some graffiti. Nuke was the drug in the movie. That was the drug that they're manufacturing, and a little anarchy sign. And then I'll go like behind him somewhere, or laying down or something. It's all shot up, so. But let me know what you guys think. Any thoughts or comments? If somebody asks me, do I recommend the kit? Yeah, I mean it was okay. It was fun to build. It was stressful at times because of the torso issue and the fit issue, but other than that, it was fun. So let me know what you guys think. Ciao.